very basic random process. It is the simplest random process that you can easily understand. Okay, so today lecture number 29 we will talk about in detail Bernoulli random process. So random here it is silent by default. Uh, Bernoulli process it would be a random process. Bernoulli random process. Okay, so coming to discuss about Bernoulli random process, we had already seen that regarding tossing a coin n times or several times. When you are tossing coin several times, so with respect to tossing a coin several times, we are getting a sequence of random variable. Where each member of the sequence xn happens to be a Bernoulli random variable. So it is taking two value. Uh, it will take value 1 with probability p, that we are calling it probability of success with probability p. That means x equal to 1 is related with this one w mint for with and p mint for probability with probability p is the parameter. Okay, and 0 with probability 1 minus p. Xn any member of this sequence or this Bernoulli random process, it will take uh, two value, either 1 with probability p or 0 with probability 1 minus p. That means 0 reflect for failure, and also we can say that 1 reflect for success. Okay, so going further, so I will just define Bernoulli process in various perspectives. So one simplest one, through to tossing coin and several times you will get a Bernoulli process that we can generalize as a sequence of Bernoulli trials or Bernoulli random variable, where each trial produce either failure or success. Failure we quantify through 1 and success we quantify through 0. And failure probability of failure we are calling it 1 minus p, and probability of success we generally say that it is p. Okay, and what happens, each trial happens to be independent of other trial, so there is no dependency between any two trials. So that always happens. It is very much clear kind of things. When you toss a coin several times, always tossing a coin, one toss definitely it would be independent of another toss. So that scenario we always used to take. So through that process we are getting a Bernoulli process. Okay, say a Bernoulli process is often used to model system involving arrival of customer or arrival of jobs at a particular service center, or simply you can say that counter, service center or counter. So arrival, if you try to observe arrival, or so if you are at shopping mall near to service center, or at the service center, you will observe that customer arrives in discrete fashion. It is not like that customer will come in continuum way. That means in term of interval. That means we can't say that 1.5 1.6 kind of things would be now. Either customer would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 thousand hundred, those kind of things. So things are happens in a discrete fashion. So that's why customer arrives in a discrete fashion. And also jobs, if you try to talk about jobs that arriving at a particular service, like delivery of some food and delivery of something, some kind of items. So those things happens in always in discrete fashion. So those easily can be modeled with the help of a Bernoulli process. Here what we do here then, what we are saying that every random process it models a evolutionary process. So evolutionary process, that means a process which evolves with respect to time. So and but here the evolution happens in a discrete fashion. So that means at time t1, at time t2, like those kind of things. Here time is not continuum in fashion, it is discrete in fashion. That's why what we do in the Bernoulli process, time has been discretized into period, or we can say that success at case trial is associated with the arrival of at least one customer. What is the meaning of success at a service center? That means some customer is coming. So if some at case trial, it would be associated with arrival of at least one customer at the service center during the case period. Okay, in formal way, we define Bernoulli random process as a sequence of random variables like x1, x2 up to x. It will go on like that way, where each random variable xi, it is taking value 1 with probability P, that probability we are calling it probability of success at ith trial. So if you are saying you are taking any ith member of the Bernoulli process xi, then we say that probability that xi is taking value 1. This we will say that it is the probability of success at ith trial, and that probability we denote it by P. P is probability of success. Okay, always P would be a small p would be probability of success. And what would be probability of failure? So for ith trial, suppose ith trial is taking value 0, then what is probability that trial is taking value 0? That probability we are saying the probability at the ith trial, failure, probability of failure at the ith trial, and that we denote it by 1 minus p. Okay, this is the standard thing for Bernoulli random process. Okay, so we are going further. We'll take you example and we will try to see in a Bernoulli process, that means in a sequence of random variables where each member happens to be a Bernoulli random variable irrespective of the source from where it is coming. Just consider that this one is a Bernoulli process where each xi happens to be a Bernoulli random variable. It is Bernoulli random variable with some kind of parameter, that p, probability of success, we denote it by uh, p, call it p. Okay, so now we will try to see many things are associated with the Bernoulli random process. So simplest thing we will see it here. Given an arrival process, suppose we are talking about arrival. Okay, the arrival process. So one is often interested in random variables such as number of arrival within a certain time period or the time until the first arrival. So one thing you are talking about number of arrivals. So you are counting number of how many people are coming in a certain time period, right? Like 10 to 11, 10 to 11, how many persons are coming, and the time until the first arrival. So time like up to till 11, how many, whether we don't see any arrival, but we observe that at exactly 10:30 first arrival is coming. So what is the distribution of time till first arrival? What would be the what would be the distribution of number of arrival in a certain time period? So those things are associated with a Bernoulli random process. We will see the distribution of those things. And so, in order to study further, we can introduce some process that sum of arrivals. So n arrival or k arrival or something like that. So k arrival, it is talking about k arrival. That means you are summing the random variables k times. First random variable k times. Yeah, first k arrival. So first k arrival. So few arrival. There are here scenario. Okay, so we are going, so some process, if you try to sum it up, k number of Bernoulli random variable, so what would be sum would be binomial in nature. So with that we had already seen that if you sum Bernoulli random variable n times, then Sn, it happens to be a binomial random variable, and this is the number of it is talking about number of S successes in n number of independent trials. So definitely it will have a PMF, mean and variance. What are those? So what is the PMF of this sum process S? It is just binomial in nature. That means suppose we are observing k successes in n trial, then that means nck times we observe k success, that means probability of k will come, probability of success will come p times, that means p to the power k, p to the, that means p to the power k. And while when we are observing k success, in the same time we also observe n minus k failure. So that's way 1 minus p to the power n minus k is coming. So it is simply what is the probability mass function of binomial distribution. This sum process happens to be binomial in this Bernoulli random process. Okay, and what is the mean of this binomial random process of binomial random variable? Mean happens to be n time p. It is that we had already seen that, and variance is also variance is n time p into 1 minus p. Okay, these are the things that we had already seen in module 1. In a model 2. So okay, so now another thing, that another, this one is one sum process that happens to be binomial random variable. Another things that we are, when we are talking about arrival time, until first success. It would be what? It would be geometric in nature. That we will see. I will drive it. That it is talking about you have to keep on try till first arrival you will observe. That means you have to keep on counting the trials, how many trials happening, and when you will observe first success, that means first suppose the success you count it through arrival of a customer, or you can count it through getting ahead. So that first success always when you measure the time for first success, always that distributed in a geometric fashion, so that we are calling it a geometric random variable. The time t that one is talking about until the first success, arrival time until the first success, that always having a geometric distribution, and hence we are saying it a geometric random variable. And this is the number of t of trials up to the first success. Then what is the probability mass function of geometric random variable? That we know that it is talking about suppose we are talking about time t, a small t. So capital T is taking a specific particular value, a small t. That means it is talking about probability that capital T is taking a time t. That means a small t number of trials. Here time happens to be number of trials. Okay, because it is discrete in nature. So it is talking about so how we can define that means in a t. So till t minus one trial we haven't observed any success, failure. So that's where we are getting probability of failure 1 minus p to the power t minus 1. Till t minus 1 trial we observe only failure. So that's where these probability are coming. 1 minus p into 1 minus p, how many times? T minus 1 times. And exactly at the tth time we observe success, first success. So what is the probability of success? P. So that's where distribution of this arrival time until first success is given by this geometric probability mass function. Okay, and we had already seen that if we try to find expectation of this one, expectation of this geometric random variable of p, it is 1 by p, and variance is 1 minus p divided by p square. So these things are very simple to calculate. We had already seen that. If again you want to calculate, you can verify it. So if someone is asking what is the distribution of arrival time until the first success, simply you can say that it is geometric in nature. It is a geometric random variable, and hence you can use all the properties of a geometric random variable. Okay, so two random variable you have already seen associated with Bernoulli random process. Okay, we will see further few more. Till now, any question? Okay, I hope there is no any question. So now further we will see that in a Bernoulli random process we observe that each if you take any two member of the Bernoulli random process, those happens to be independent to each other. Independent to each other. Why? Tossing whatever random variable associated with first toss, Bernoulli random variable associated with first toss, definitely it will be independent with Bernoulli random variable associated with the second toss. So that's way if you take any two member of the Bernoulli random process, those happens to be independent. So can we take benefit of those? So we can take. So how? So those things we will come to see here. So we will take first benefit of independency. So what does it say? So what you do? Take any two set of member of a Bernoulli random process and define some kind of event, and if you are from one set you are defining one event, and from another set you are defining another event, then what you will observe that the defined two events would be independent to each other if there is no common between two sets. So that is the independency property we will see it here. So the independence assumption underlying the Bernoulli process has important, very important implication, including a what is that? One is a memorylessness property. Why? The arrival time until first success, we had already seen that that one is geometric in nature, and due to that we know that every geometric random variable is having memorylessness property. That means what is meaning of memorylessness property? It says that whatever has happened in the past trial, it provide no information on the outcome of future trial. Whatever happens in the past, it is not going to affect the future. That is the meaning of memorylessness. So here I will talk about independency in detail. So I am taking two set of trials, x1, x2, x6, x7. One set of trial, call it s1. S is actually meant for some process. I will call it. It is one trial, one set of trial. Okay, and another set of trial we are taking it. What here? I will not. It is x1. It is x3, x4, x6, x7. So two set of trials we have taken. Okay, and with respect to this set of trial, we are defining a random new derived random variable y. It is y. How it is defined? Y equal to x1 plus x2 times uh, x6 into x7. Okay, so this one is generated from this set of trial, and z is generated from x3, x4, x5, x8. So here x5, x8. Okay. So Z is generated by this way. So we can observe that in this set and in this set, we don't see any common trial. Here we observe x1, x2, x6, x7. But here we observe x3, x4, x5, x8. So there is no common trial between these two set of trials. So definitely this one is generating Z and this one is generating Y. So we can simply say that Y and Z happen to be independent to each other. Y and Z, you can observe that these are very complicated kind of derived random variables generated from tiles of a Bernoulli random process. But can we directly say that whether these two are dependent or independent? We directly can't say. But we observe one property that there is no common element between these two sets of trial. Then we can simply say that Y and Z it would be independent to each other. So it is very interesting kind of question. You all have to be ready related with such kind of question. So another thing, another example I would like to take, and that one is also implied from independency. What is that? We are defining two random variables, two derived random variables. U is sum of first five member of the Bernoulli random process. That means u equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5, and v is sum of uh, next 5. That means v equal to x6 plus x7 plus x8 plus x9 plus x10. Okay, and can we say is there any dependency between u and v? Yeah, we can say that there is no dependency. Why? We see that u is generated by first 5 member of the Bernoulli process, this Bernoulli process, that means x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. But v is generated by next 5, x6, x7, x8, x9, x9, x10, and we see there is no common element between common trial between this set and this set. So directly we can say that u and v would be independent to each other directly. This is the way to verify. Okay, independency between derived random variable within a given random process. Or this is right now I am talking about only Bernoulli process, so I am discussing about Bernoulli process. Okay, so there is one more interesting property, that one is inherited in a Bernoulli process, that we are calling it trace start property. What is happening that suppose now that a Bernoulli process has been running for n times, and we have observed the experimental value of x1 x2 up to xn. Okay, that means this is part of history. So we have already observed x1 x2 x up to xn till nth trial we have already observed. So it is coming in the past of history. Okay, in the part of history, then the sequence of future trial. So future would be what? Xn plus 1, xn plus 2, likewise it will go on. And due to what, it is a Bernoulli random process. So any two member would be, even in future trial, any two member would be independent to each other. Therefore what we can say that in future trials, if you just forget the past trial, starting from x1 to xn, if you forget, just you are just focusing on only future trials, those are also forming a random process that happens to be a Bernoulli random process. So it is not worrying about whatever things is already happened in past, just let them happen. It is not worrying about this. Just count, if you just consider only future, itself is a Bernoulli random process. So it behave like a freshness kind of things. There is a fresh start. Your history is not going to bother your future. So that is the situation in Bernoulli random process. I will give another visualization of start property, and simply you can say that these future trials happens to be independent of the past trials. Okay, so based on the independency of a Bernoulli process, we will derive two important property, that fresh start property and memorylessness property in a Bernoulli process in a very systematic way. So first, I would like to introduce, like to discuss about fresh start property that we discussed in previous slide. So what does it say? Suppose for given any time n, what is meaning of any time n? That means at any trial, any given trial n, time here it is discrete in fashion, so actually time is your actually time. So given any trial n, or simply you can say that given any time n, the sequence of random variables xn plus 1, xn plus 2, that means the feature of the random process, it is also a Bernoulli random process, and it would be independent from the past, independent of the x1 x2 up to xn, that means that is the past of the process. So this is the fresh start property, that means future, the simply you can say that in the layman way, the future of the process, when in a Bernoulli process we observe that the when in a random process we observe that feature of the process happens to be independent of the past of the process, then simply we can say that that random process is having a fresh start property, and the Bernoulli process is having such property. Okay. Another property of this Bernoulli random process is that memorylessness property. What does it talk about? So it is talking about the number of what is happening. So you have already observed end trial, and trial you have already observed. Okay, so and what is happening, t is talking about number of trials until now you have, up to what you are you want to go. So that means you can go from trial 1 to like this way, you want to observe. So suppose for the sake of simplicity, you are not going up to infinite number of trials, so you are going up to t number of trials. So in order to reach t number of trial, or simply t is the corresponding associated random variable. So till n you have already observed that. So what is meaning of t minus 1? So whatever is happening after t nth trial, that we denote it by t minus 1. Just focus on this part. This part is already we have already observed, we have already seen that, and afterward we are observing. So what is the notation of afterward n? When we have already observed n trial, so afterward observation we denote it by t minus n. Okay, so the number of t minus 1 trial until the first success after n trial has already occurred, it is having a geometric distribution with the parameter p, and definitely this t minus 1 trial until the first success, it would be independent of the path. So due to that, it is having a, that means memory means what? Memory is related with something that recall past history, and that one is highly dependent on history. So but here we observe that the t minus 1 number of trial until the first success, it is totally independent of the past. So that means there is no memory here. So this property we are calling it memorylessness property. It is independent of history, so memorylessness property that we are calling it. Since the future of the process after n trial is independent of the past and constitute a fresh starting Bernoulli process, the number of future trials until the first success is always described by a geometric random variable, or it is having a geometric probability mass function. Okay, so mathematically same memorylessness property we can say that suppose till nth trial you have already seen that. Then what is the so condition on this one? This one you have already seen that this one is your partial information. So condition on this, what is the probability that t minus 1 is taking t number of trial? Okay, what is the probability that is taking t? So simply t minus 1, that means till nth trial you have already observed you and you didn't see any kind of success, then what is the probability that you will get first success in this t trial, t number of trials. So that probability we give it by 1 minus p to the power t minus 1 times p, and we observe that what is that this one is talking about probability that the arrival time it is taking value equal to t till first success, arrival time till first success, it is the same. So we observe that here what this condition is not going to affect anything, this condition is not going to affect this probability, that means it is not going to alter the probability of this one due to this conditioning, that means observation till n what you have already seen that it is not going to affect, it is similar, it is just independent of that. So that's why this one is the mathematical representation of memory relation property of arrival time till first success in a Bernoulli random process that is having a memory relationship property. Now I will take one problem here, so we will try to find probability of an event in a Bernoulli random process. So, till now anyone is having any question, you can ask. Anyone is having any question? Okay, no. So I am going forward. If there is no any question, so here problem is that let n be the first time in which we have uh, a success immediately following the previous success. That means we are observing this kind of scenario. Success we denote it by 1 and failure we denote it by 1 no, 0. So we are observing in the sequence. We are observing in between. It is starting from somewhere going to somewhere. We don't know. But at this and with the first time in which we observe success is success, success is success, that means at n we observe one nth trial also, before nth trial what is the next one, the previous one is n minus 1. So at n minus 1 and also at n both at both places we observe 1. Okay, that is the situation. Okay, so we observe that is n is the first I for which the random variable xi minus 1 also random variable x I both are taking value equal to 1. So that same graphical representation I have already given here. So then question is coming, what is the probability that after nth trial, uh, after nth trial or after nth time, what is the probability that joint probability of xn jointly xn plus 1 and xn plus 2 successively they are taking 0, that means after this we what is the probability that 0 0 will come just after nth trial or nth time, nth trial or nth time both are same here because it is a discrete time random process. So after just 1 1 what is the probability that we will get 0 0 0 in n plus 1 and 0 also in n plus 2, what is the probability, that means there are no successes in the two trial that follows nth trial or nth trial. Okay, so what is the probability that we need to calculate? So intuitively we have already seen that at nth trial we observe successive ones, at 1 also we observe 1, at n minus 1 just previous one of that we observe 1. So that's way we can say that xn minus 1 and xn both are taking value 1. Okay, this equality we observe. Then on the feature of the process, that would be definitely independent Bernoulli trials. Why? Because it is a part of a Bernoulli random process. So very easy to calculate this probability. So this probability would be what? So this, if you try to calculate this joint probability, so easy to calculate. It would be probability of xn plus 1 equal to 0 into probability of, so this joint probability you can write as a product of the corresponding individual probability, that probability xn plus 1 equal to 0 into probability of xn plus 2 equal to 0, and it is totally independent of previous trial. Why? Uh, because of memory relational property, or simply you can say that because of independence nature. Okay, and what is the probability of failure? 1 minus p. Also probability of here two failure are coming successively, so that's why 1 minus p to the power 2 is coming, that is the desired probability. Okay, now another question is coming that two important kind of random variable are associated with binary random process. One, we are calling it kth arrival. So kth arrival, that means fourth arrival, fifth arrival, sixth arrival. So what is the time distribution of kth arrival? One question is what is the time distribution of kth arrival? Another question is what is the distribution of inter arrival time? That means inter arrival means so kth arrival. So suppose we are having a binary random process like this way. So one here you can see the graph. So here this one is what? This one is the first arrival. This one is the second arrival. This one is the okay. Arrival. Arrival it is related with success. Success calling. So here we failure, then success. First arrival we observe where at trial number 3. Then where we observe second arrival, at which place we observe. So so first trial, second trial, third trial, fourth trial, fifth trial, sixth trial, seventh trial, eighth trial. At eighth trial we observe second arrival. Then at 10th trial we observe third arrival. At 11th trial we observe fourth arrival. At 11th trial we or at 11th time we observe fourth arrival. Okay, so that is the kth arrival situation. Now inter arrival. What is inter arrival? That means it is talking about uh, uh, after one success, when the time taken between any two uh, arrival. Okay, so time taken. So here first arrival we are getting at third trial. Then after first arrival, what is the next arrival? We are getting a fifth. So that for that we need to perform five trial after first arrival. So here that T2, this is the coverage of T2. T2 that means second inter arrival. Second, so the first arrival after first. So next first arrival, after first arrival we have already seen that next first arrival. So next first arrival we observe in this is coverage of second inter arrival time, and this is the coverage of third inter arrival time, and this is the coverage of uh, fourth inter arrival time. So this is the scenario of inter arrival, and there is a very interesting relation between inter arrival and kth arrival time. So that distribution also we will see that. So yk we denote it the time of kth success or kth arrival, and the uh, kth inter arrival we denote it by tk. How we define kth inter arrival? We define it with the help of kth arrival or kth success. We define uh, uh, inter kth inter arrival time. How? So T1 of A, that means first inter arrival time, that we are calling it T1. We define it by just first, it is talking about first success. So simply T1 equal to Y1, and what would be in that process? Tk would be so here K man, you are talking about kth inter arrival. So in order to get kth inter arrival, that kth inter arrival would be first success after k minus 1th arrival. Kth inter arrival it will talk about uh, so kth inter arrival you are talking about, that means before that means it is talking about k minus 1 arrival is already happens. After k minus 1 arrival, uh, how many times trial we need in order to get first success after k arrival, and in total that becomes k number of success. So that we denoted by tk. So tk is the inter arrival time between k minus 1 success and kth success. So tk is it is inter arrival time between k minus 1 success and k success. So all tk will talking about one success, only one. It is related with one success, it is not with all successes. One success between any two consecutive successes, so that's way distribution of tk is actually defined in term of distribution difference of distribution of kth arrival, kth success or kth arrival. And if you simplify further it, then you can observe that yk is what it is talking about, at least sum of first k inter-arrival time. First k inter. So that is the interlink between kth arrival time and kth inter-arrival time. So this is the interlink. And if you try to see the distribution of inter-arrival time, so it is very interesting, but it is always talking about first arrival in a interval, in a gap of two consecutive successes, in a gap of, definitely we always can't get consecutive successes. That means one success, just after that we can't claim that next would be success. So definitely there would be some failure, then success, or some, if we are lucky, then just after first success we may get next success. It may possible, but definitely there is a possibility that we have to perform few trials in order to get next success. So if you try to observe that trials to get first success after k minus 1 trial, then that we will call it k trial, and the distribution of that would be geometric in nature. Again it will talk about first success again. So here you observe till k minus 1 success, and after that you want to go to kth success. So that means first success after k minus 1 will lead to kth success. So that's where tk would be what, again geometric in nature. So all tks would be geometric in nature. Tk represent, simply further we can say that tk represent the number of trials following the k minus the following the k minus 1's first success until the next success. So until the next success. Okay, after this k minus 1 success, the afterward how many times you have to perform in order to get first success. Once you will get the first success, that would be your kth success. So that tk, that inter-arrival, it represent, it is talking about inter-arrival time. So one example I have taken it here in this plot. You can easily observe that what is t1. What is T1? T1 is talking about first success, first inter-arrival time, first. So when we are getting first success, we are getting first success at T. So 0, 0 is failure, 0 is failure, 1 is success. So at third trial we are getting success. So that's a T1 of T of 1. T1 is equal to 3. Then next arrival time is that after 1, after first success, what is the second success? When we will get second success? So failure, 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 success. So after 1 we have to perform how many trials? We have to perform 5 trials. First trial 0, second trial 0, third trial 0, fourth trial 0, fifth trial we are getting 1. So that's way the second inter-arrival time is T2. That one is taking 5 in 5 number trial. It is taking 5 number of trial in order to get success 1. Okay, then what is the third inter-arrival time? So after getting 1, so here 1, okay, this one is T2 we got. So after that this is the success. So how many trial we are performing here? We are performing 2 trials. In first trial we are getting 0, that means failure. In second trial we are getting success. That's way third inter-arrival time is T3, that is taking value T2. Now going further, what is the just after this third arrival, this is the fourth arrival. In the fourth arrival, how many trial we perform? Just we perform 1 trial and we got success. That's where T4 equal to 1. Just we need to perform only 1 trial in order to get a success here. So that's where T4 equal to 1. Now these are the story of inter-arrival time. Now what are the kth arrival time? So when we are getting first success, we are getting first success in 3 trial. When we are getting 2 success, y2, or second success, we are, when we are getting second success, we are getting second success here. So how many trial in order to get second success? How many trial we have performed? So we have to start from initial 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8. After in 8th trial we are getting second success, and how many trial we are getting third success? Then 8 success. Then after 8 we, in order to get third, we have to perform 2 more. So in 10th trial we are getting third success. Likewise in 11 trials we are getting 4 success. So these are yi's are talking about kth arrival time, and ti's are talking about inter arrival time. Till now any question? No question. Okay, I'm going forward. Now I will talk about what is the distribution of kth arrival and inter-arrival time. So distribution here, what TK, it is talking about kth arrival time or kth success time of the kth success, and then kth inter-arrival time. We define it through this way. This is the link between kth arrival time and kth inter-arrival time. This is the link that we had already seen that, and also we had already seen that what is the distribution of TK. It is talking about always what probability of first success. TK is talking about probability of successes for first success after k minus 1 trial. So if you are taking it like, suppose it is taking value t, then what is the distribution of this one? Distribution of this one would be geometric in nature. That means in order to get kth trial, kth success, you have to perform t number of trial uh, after k minus 1 success. So that means you will observe how many failure, t minus 1 failure exactly at t trial. After k minus 1 success, you will observe success. So that's way 1 minus p to the power t minus 1 will come, and exactly at t you will observe a success. So that's way it into P. So it is geometric. It is a geometric distribution. So TK is having geometric distribution. Now, by using the concept of TK, how we can derive the distribution of YK? What is the distribution of YK? Distribution of YK is like this one. It looks like binomial, but it is not binomial. It is Pascal distribution. So YK is having a time distribution which is Pascal in nature. So it is Pascal distribution. If someone is asking how we can derive Pascal this distribution of YK, it is very simple to derive. What you do, you introduce two events. One event, what that means, divide the YK in two parts. So two event parts. So take it like this way. Event uh, K K minus 1 success and K last success, Kth success, last success. Okay. So event A is talking about number of trial to get one success, and event B is talking about exactly K minus 1 success, uh, successes in the first T minus 1 trial. So suppose you have performed T minus 1 trial, you did division like this way. You perform T minus 1 trial in which you observe T minus 1 success. Then definitely in next success you will get a, in next trial you will get a success. So that's where this event you denote it by B, and this one you are calling it at next success. That means that one is the teeth trial. Exactly teeth trial we are getting another success. So that we denoted by A. Okay. So what, how we can find the distribution of yk? It would be that probability that yk is taking value p, and here yk it will happens when a and b both happen jointly. So that's way this probability is equal to probability of A intersection B, and we know that due to Bernoulli random process, this event B and this event A both happens to be independent to each other. So we can write this joint probability as a product of these two probability. And what is the probability of A? That means it is talking about probability of success in teeth trial, exactly in teeth trial. And one success, it is what is the probability of success? So P will come here, and PB is talking about probability of K minus 1 success out of how many trial? T minus 1 trial. So that probability directly, so distribution of these what binomial in nature, it is talking about the probability of K minus 1 success out of how many trial? K minus 1 T minus 1 trial. So uh, T minus 1 C K minus 1 times P to the power K minus 1, that one is the probability of success, into 1 minus T minus 1 minus K minus plus 1. So That means you have to t minus 1, you have to subtract this one from t minus 1. Then if you subtract minus 1 plus 1 will cancel out. Finally, you will have t minus k. Okay. And what is the property of a? It is p. So p will also multiply here. And if you multiply, if you simplify, then p into p uh, p to the power k minus 1. So minus 1 will cancel out. Finally, we will have this distribution. So this is the Pascal distribution of kth arrival. Kth arrival time. Okay, I think it is already 45 minutes. So other things we'll cover in next class. Regarding attendance, just mark your attendance in this Google Classroom. And further, if you have any doubt, let me know. And other uh, otherwise, you can put your question there in the Google Classroom as well.